Now you're waking her up. Almost had her to sleep. So, Brianna gave us quite the shock and arrived a little over 4 weeks early. I certainly wasn't expecting that since I delivered both my sons at full term. After she was born, Brianna spent some time in the NICU to make sure her lungs were fully developed. I was upset, but the doctors reassured me that she should be just fine. And we're home now, and it's actually been a little harder than expected. This was our third child, so you'd think it would be a piece of cake. But the added stress of Brianna being premature is making me worry about her health all the time. I mean, is she breathing? Is she growing? Does she need anything? I know the doctor said she's healthy, but it doesn't feel like it. She feels fragile. And it reminds me that it's my job to take care of her. David doesn't seem to understand this. He thinks that we can treat Brianna just like our first two kids. That puts more pressure on me to do more of the care, the right way, which is exactly what happened last night.
Hey, honey. Why don't you try to get some rest? Brianna and I can hang out for a couple hours, give you a break.
She's having a tough time going to sleep.
I have a little experience getting kids to sleep. I can handle it, don't worry.
She needs to be held and rocked a certain way, though.
Okay, well maybe you can show me your trick, and I'll do the same thing.
Just forget it. She needs me. Now you're waking her up. Almost had her to sleep. It's stuff like that that's really wearing me out. I have to be so laser focused on the baby's care that there is no time for anything else, even sleeping or paying attention to my sons. Plus, on top of all that, I still have to fit in cleaning and cooking and doctor's appointments. Just this week, I had to go to my OB for a postpartum follow-up.
Hi, Angela. Nice to see you today.
Hi, Dr. Flores.
How's the baby?
She's good. As you know, she was premature, but I'm keeping a close eye on her, and she seems to be growing well.
I'm glad to hear it. Today, we'll do your 6-week postpartum appointment. First, I'd like to talk to you about the questionnaire you filled out in the waiting room, and then we'll move on to your physical exam. Sound good?
Yep.
Okay. So your responses on this questionnaire look normal, and our nurse said that everything sounded positive on your 3-week check-in phone call. But tell me more. How has your mood been, and how have you been feeling?
I'm good. I'm feeling better physically, and we're getting a handle on having 3 kids at home.
Great. I just want you also to keep in mind that women can sometimes experience postpartum depression anytime up to a year after birth. If you start to feel any different, just reach out to us here in the office.
Okay, but as you know, this isn't my first time doing this. I adjusted well with the first 2, and I'm doing the same now.
Perfect. Well, if you don't mind, there's a gown for you to change into next. I'll step out for a few minutes.